Hester and Agatha gazed at each other. Oh, don't give her too much credit for figuring it out, Annabelle moaned. Wasn't like she solved the riddle of the Sphinx. Means I'm half effort though, Nod said, looking tense. Not exactly a witch. She eyed Hester and Annabelle nervously, as if she might be expelled from the coffin. Well, said Hester, nobody's perfect. William came up behind the waitress. Want to stick out upstairs with us? We can dive bomb the snake once he comes in. My idea that we're sticking quite this far, Borden chirped. Agatha smiled, watching the waitress and boys go upstairs, so much love amongst them that Agatha nearly forgot her own true love's head was as weak as his enemy on the way here. She turned to look for Tedros. Sophie intercepted her, nibbling on churros. You know how Merlin always smelled a little like an old sweater left in a trunk too long? The younger Merlin doesn't smell like that at all. Not that he seemed thrilled to see me. But you know I love a challenge. Girl, Agatha, are you really not sitting? Do I have to make a place for you? There was something in her tone, manic and fast, that bothered Agatha. It reminded her of the old Sophie, the performer, the actress. That's when it dawned on her. Sophie, said Agatha, looking at her friend. Where's Hot? The facade cracked. Pain spilled through, tears rushing to Sophie's eyes. Agatha lost her breath, her hand flying to her mouth. Two hands clasped outside, urgent and badly played. That's the signal, Sophie gasped, forcing composure. She spun on her heel. Places, everyone! He's coming! Snake's coming! Everyone sprang into motion like guests at a demanded surprise party, toting makeshift weapons, chairs and cutlery, and procuring dinner plates. Quickly, Agatha peeked through the window shutters. In front of the rock candy gates, she glimpsed Bahai and Lyphon tooting glom-sized triplets as a crowd of thousands swarmed towards Trettia Sugar East. Soldiers from other kingdoms, citizens from Frostwood chanting, Lion, Lion, along with a phalanx of gold-shielded camera soldiers, and at the front of them all, a boy in blue and gold, atop a white horse. Agatha snapped the shutters and whirled around, scanning for Tedros. But Sophie shouldered her down behind a couch, the Sugar Queen morphing back into her wet form, directing her own army through the house. Everyone hide, out of sight, and complete silence from here on out, she commanded. Once he knocks, I'll let the bastard in. Then attack. The house sprung to an anxious hush. Every last body stuffed behind a wall or chair or trays or stashed in the kitchen or upstairs leaving only Sophie standing in the middle of the living room. Agatha scrambled back up, grabbing Sophie's arm. "Hide, you goose!" Sophie hissed, burying her friend in a gaggle of glums who were armed with jagged pieces of candy. But Agatha clung to Sophie's waist. "Where's Tejas?" she pressed. "Hiding quietly, like you should be," Sophie said. She wrenched free of Agatha, sweeping towards the fire in blood-colored silk. Sophie stopped the coat. "Teddy!" she breathed. Agatha leaps up. He was at the door, his hand on the knob. Tejas gazed at Agatha. "Remember your promise," he said. Sophie's eyes shot to her friend. "What promise?" Tejas had already opened the door. Sophie and Agatha both dashed for him, stumbling through the mass of candy. Sophie throwing off her frown, Agatha hurtling into the sun first. "Tejas! No!" she cried. Her prince stood unarmed at the gates, a dozen swords and arrows and spears pointed at him. The white horse cantered through within a few feet of him, the forest falling quiet as Japheth dismounted, still disguised as his dead brother. The snake stared at Sophie and Agatha, frozen at the door to the house. His focus lowered to the prince. "One turn at the sword edge," Tejas declared. "Excalibur decides the king." The prince reached his hand through the gate. For a moment, his enemy said nothing. They just looked at each other, two rifles forthrown. Truth against lies, present against past, pen against man. All the woods held its breath. The snake's eyes glittered. "Excalibur decides the king," he said. He took Tejas' hand. The deal done. Arthur's son and waffles. Agatha's legs buckled. Sophie dared to catch her, asking again and again in scared whispers what Sophie had promised him, what vow she had given. But all Agatha could remember was the last time she touched her prince, somewhere in the dark, lost in the smell of bad candy. Agatha, the sword and the lion. When making a deal, one must be specific. That's all Agatha could think as she lurched through the streets of Frostwood, yoked to a drink, her mouth gathered with warmth. As soon as the terms between Tejas and the snakes were settled, Excalibur to decide the king, Treacherous Sugar East was raided by 100 armies, all of Tejas' friends captured and bound. The prince said nothing, watching this happen, even as his friends were cuffed into a prisoner's parade, even as Reaper and his clones were kept behind and drilled inside the cottage.